Oh, very good afternoon, Eureka sir, Vaiti madam, and Jadoo sir. So let us have one more session on code tracing. Now I am audible. Am I correct? Yes, madam.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. So on Saturday we were dealing with Cartesian curves. Yesterday we saw polar curves, and we realized that polar curves are easier than Cartesian. Today we are going to see the third part, that is parametric curves. So here we know that curve tracing is a procedure which is like inspection to obtain an approximate shape of the curve without plotting a large number of points on the graph paper. Here the concept is that some curves cannot be expressed as a single equation in terms of only x and y. So to deal with some of these problems, we introduce parametric equations. Instead of defining y in terms of x as y as a function of x, or x in terms of y as x is equal to h of y, or we may have an implicit relation, means all the terms of x and y at other one end, and that is equal to 0. So instead of that, we define two different equations. First involves x as a function of t, and the second involves y as another function of t. T is called as parameter. And here in the first equation there is no y, in the second equation there is no x. Of course, there are some Cartesian equations which can be converted into parametric equations. As we can see here, we know y square is equal to 4ax. So can you tell me some combination of x and y as functions of t, so that both the equations will be satisfying? The equation y square is equal to 4ax. So here if I write, let x equal to a into t square and y is equal to 2 into a into t. So left hand side is y square. Y square is nothing but 4a square t square, and RHS is going to be equal to 4 into a into x. X is a into t square, and that is equal to 4a square t square. Thus, for given Cartesian equation y square is equal to 4ax, we have successfully written the corresponding parametric equations as x equal to a into t square and y is equal to 2 into a into t. In another situation, we may be given as x equal to a into t square and y equal to 2 into a into t, and we are asked to find the corresponding Cartesian equation. So we have to do just one thing, we have to eliminate the parameter, that's all. So if we try here, see, x equal to a t square and y equal to 2 into a into t. So we can understand here t square is equal to x upon a, and here t square will be equal to y square upon 4a square. Just we have to say x upon a equal to y square upon 4a square, and that will be equal to 4ax is equal to y square. So we can go by any route and we come to the other end. Mathematics is very lovely. And here the parametric equations are x is equal to a into t square and y equal to 2 into a into t. Further, we see that in the first equation, if we replace t by minus t, then we'll be having x in equal to a into minus t whole square. That is, again we are getting x equal to a into t square. Whereas if the same thing is done in second equation, then we'll be having new equation as y is equal to 2 into a into minus t. So sign is going to change. So after replacing t by minus t, x equation remains unchanged, whereas y equation changes in sign. Or you can say that there are even powers of t in first equation, whereas there is odd power of t in second equation. In that case, the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Yes, this is one property we have understood. So let us proceed further. We are going to see some properties in case of parametric curves, and during those Cartesian we have seen 10 properties. Then in case of polar we have seen around 6 properties. We realize that polar are easier than Cartesian, and now let us see what happens about parametric. Parametric have even less number of properties. So we have to take care of two simultaneous equations, x as a function of t, y as another function of t. T is called as parameter. Property number 1 is, on replacing t by minus t, if the x equation remains unchanged and y equation changes in sign, the curve is symmetric about x-axis. So the same statement can be said alternatively as, if equation 1 contains even powers of t and equation 2 contains odd powers of t, then also the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Property number 2, on replacing t by minus t, if the x equation changes in sign and y equation remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about the y-axis. Property 3, on replacing t by pi minus t, if the x equation changes in sign and y equation remains unchanged, the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So we see that property 2 and property 3 are leading to the same conclusion. So it is obvious that when we have an algebraic equation, then we have to make use of property 2, and if we have some trigonometric equation, then we have to make use of property number 3. The curve passes through the origin if there exists some t for which xi equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Yes. So simultaneously x and y must be 0, then only origin is part of the curve. Origin is part of the curve. The style of saying the same thing is curve passes through origin. Okay. And property number 5 is, we have to form a table consisting of some convenient values of t parameter with corresponding values of x, y, and dy by dx. Hence, study the nature of the curve. And I missed one more property, that is property number 6, and that is nothing but common sense. I think everybody has. Now we are going to solve some problems, and let us see. Trace the curve. X equal to t square, and here I think it is y again. Yes, there should be y. Y is equal to t minus t cube by 3. So please note, second equation is y equal to t minus t cube by 3. So let us try to apply property number 1. Here I will be saying x equal to t square and y is equal to t minus t cube by 3. Replace t by minus t, so it is minus t whole square, and y is equal to minus t minus t to the power 3 upon 3. And therefore x is equal to t square and y is equal to minus t plus t cube by 3. So minus is outside, t minus t cube by 3. So we realize that on replacing t by minus t, x equation remains unchanged and y equation changes in sign. So the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Now see x equal to t square, we have to put any finite real number in place of t, and for any such t square, that is x, will be non-negative. It will be 0 or greater than 0. So curve does not exist to the left of y-axis logically. Then let us see, let us have some combinations of t, x, y and dy by dx. How to identify different values of t? Those should be such that either x or y should be 0. Okay, so if x equal to t square, so t equal to 0, then we are getting x equal to 0 and y also equal to 0. So we have realized, yes, there exists some t for which x and y both are 0. So we can add property point number 4 as the curve passes through origin, means origin is part of the curve. And definitely we'll be curious to see what is the nature of the tangent at the origin. And for that, let us find dy by dx. dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. So dy by dt is 1 minus 3 t square by 3, 1 minus t square. And dx by dt is 2t. So here, see, when t equal to 0, dy by dx will be 1 upon 0, that will be equal to infinity. So we add another point as dy by dx is infinity at origin. That means the tangent to the curve at origin is parallel to y-axis. Okay. Then what are about remaining values of t? Here let us see y. Y is equal to t minus t cube by 3. So t is common and 1 minus t square by 3. So y will be 0 when t equal to 0, or t square equal to 3. So t equal to minus root 3 or t equal to plus root 3. On both the occasions, y is going to be 0, and on both the occasions, x is going to be equal to 3. So we have obtained one more point. See, I would like to draw a rough sketch at this side. Here, this is origin. We know x-axis, y-axis. Curve does not exist to the left of y-axis, so here does not exist. Origin is part of the curve, and y-axis is tangent at origin. So it will be something like this. It will be something like this. Okay. So here, what further? X equal to 3 and y equal to 0. This is another point. X equal to 3 and y equal to 0. So this is the line x equal to 3. What is going to be the situation next? So the curve is going to touch the point x equal to 3 and y equal to 0, but what will be the angles? For that, let us find dy by dx at that point. So t equal to minus root 3, so dy by dx at that point will be equal to 1 minus t square, so it will be 1 minus 3, so 1 minus okay, 1 minus 3 divided by 2 into minus root 3. So this is minus 2 upon minus 2 root 3, and that is 1 upon root 3. So dy by dx is equal to 1 upon root 3. And tan of what? We know dy by dx means y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, and that is also equal to tan of theta. So for what value of theta? Tan theta is 1 by root 3. I think it is 60 degree, 60. So we can make a comment that the line which is passing through the point 3, 0 and having slope 1 upon root 3 is tangent to the curve at that point. So I am drawing this line. This angle is pi by 6. And hence you can understand that this part will be coming here like this, and it will be going further. Then the next thing is that there is another value of t, root 3. So at that value of t, dy by dx is 1 minus 3 upon 2 into root 3. So that is minus 2 upon 2 root 3, that is minus 1 by root 3. So dy by dx is minus 1 upon root 3. That means tan theta equal to minus 1 upon root 3. That means theta equal to minus 30 degree. So theta equal to that line which is having an angle of inclination minus 30 degree and passing through the point 3 comma 0 is another tangent to the curve at that point, and it must be like this. So this way it will be coming. Now the question is that does the curve exist to the right of x equal to 3? So let us just try to put x equal to 4 somewhere. X equal to 4, and we know x equal to 4, that means t square equal to 4. T square is equal to 4, that means t equal to plus 2 or minus 2. And accordingly, if t equal to 2, you can find value of y by the relation t minus t cube by 3. There will be some value again. You can find another value of y for t equal to minus 2. So we realize that for every x which is greater than 3, there are two values of t, and for each such value there is one value of y. Hence y will be having also two values. So this means that this core exists further indefinitely. So it goes like this further. Let's go further like this. So in this way we have this nature. If you want screenshot, you can always have. So this is time to have a screenshot. This was purely logical. Now trace the cycloid. X is equal to a times t plus sine t, and y equal to a times 1 plus cos t. Again, if we see that, I want to tell you that here t is going to be any finite real number. So the way is like this: minus infinity less than t less than infinity. I am saying t less than infinity. I am not saying t less than equal to infinity, because t can be as large as possible but not equal to infinity. Means any finite positive real number, and from the lower end any finite negative real number. So any finite real number, so not equal to infinity. So this is the thing. And so sine of t, sine t will be always lying between -1 and +1. Everybody knows. Similarly, cos of t also lies between -1 and +1. Okay. So t plus sine t plus sine t will always lie between, will be a finite real number, minus infinity to plus infinity. And similarly, a times t plus sine t will be again any finite real number, and that is, thus we know that x is any finite real number. So as long as x is concerned, it is going to extend as long as to the left as well as to the right. There is no limit on x. But what about y? Here y, what is said here, y is equal to a times 1 plus cos t. Again we know cos t lies between -1 to +1. So 1 plus cos t, 1 plus cos t will lie between 0 to 2. So a times 1 plus cos t will be lying between 0 to 2a. So the limit of y is, this is the line y is equal to -2a, and this is the line y equal to +2a, and the core is going to exist only between these stiffs. So I am going to erase this, and now see, thus minus infinity less than x less than infinity, and y lies between 0 to 2a, both inclusive. Then let us see, replace t by minus t. What will happen? x equation will change the sign because x equal to a times t plus sin t. So the new equation will be x is equal to a times minus t minus sin t, whereas y will be a times 1 plus cos of minus t, that is again a times 1 plus cos t. Y remains the same. So on replacing t by minus t, x equation changes in sign and y equation remains unchanged. The curve is symmetric about y axis. Then let us have some values, suitable values of t and corresponding values of x, y, dy by dx. Let us start with x t equal to 0. So x will be a times 0 plus sin 0, that is equal to 0, and y is equal to, here y is equal to a times 1 plus cos 0, I think it will be 2a. So you have to correct me if I am wrong somewhere, like this. But how to find dy by dx? See, dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. So dy by dt will be a times minus sin t, and dx by dt will be equal to a times 1 plus cos of t. So a cancels, put t equal to 0, so dy by dx is equal to 0. That means you can make a point that the curve passes through origin and the tangent at origin is parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. Okay, so here it may be something like this. I am drawing roughly, I am going to erase that part later on. So what we have done here, this is the line y is equal to 2a, and this is y is equal to 0, this is origin, and curve does not exist above y equal to 0 and below y, above y equal to 2a and below y is equal to 0. Now x equal to 0 and y equal to 2a, this is the first point. X equal to 0 and y equal to 2a, and at this point dy by dx is 0, there is tangent parallel to x axis, so it will be like this. So you can understand it will be like this. Now next, now if I put t equal to pi by 2, it will be somewhat inconvenient. So x will be a times pi by 2 plus 1, something complicated. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to consider t equal to pi. So x is equal to a times pi plus sin pi. Sin pi is 0, so it will be x equal to a pi, and y is equal to, so because I'm not able to see properly the first step, y is equal to a times 1 plus cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1, so y will be equal to 0. And what is dy by dx? So here dy by dx sine of pi, sin pi will be 0 and divided by 1 plus cos pi, that is 0 by 0 form. So in that case, what you have to do? You have to take derivative of this. So that will be minus L'Hospital's rule, minus cos t upon minus sin of t. So this t minus minus cancels, put t equal to pi, cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi is 0. So it is infinity, dy by dx is equal to infinity, plus or minus, really doesn't matter. That means that there is another point, x equal to a pi. Suppose x equal to a pi, somewhere this is the line x equal to a pi, and simultaneously y is equal to 0, this is y equal, so this is the point. And at this point dy by dx equal to 0 means there is tangent to the curve parallel to y, parallel to y axis, so it will be like this. So it will be, the tangent will be like this, and further it will be moving like this, like this, like this, like this. As such, you can draw many things. You can again try with 2 pi, then 3 pi accordingly. So you will be getting some value. I think you will be getting here 2a pi, then 3a pi, and then here what you are going to get, y. When you are putting t equal to 2 pi, so you will be getting 2a, and when 3 pi you will be getting y is equal to 0. again 0 and infinity. This is going to continue indefinitely, and we have said that the curve is symmetric about y-axis, so we can use make the property of symmetry, and you can conclude directly like this, like this, like this. You can go like this, and as such we'll be getting the curve which is going to look like something here. It will be like this. So you can see here x equal to 0, y equal to 2a, dy by dx equal to 0. There is tangent at origin parallel to x-axis. X equal to a pi, y equal to 0, and dy by dx in infinity. There is tangent at a pi comma 0 parallel to y-axis. As such, we can proceed. 2a pi, 2a, and dy by dx 0. This continues indefinitely to the right hand side and being symmetry to the left hand side also. So this is going to be the nature. You can have a screenshot of this. So this is cycloid. This is, you can understand why the name cycloid is. Okay, let us move for next problem. So the next problem is trace the cycloid x equal to a times t plus sin t and y is equal to a times 1 minus cos t. So see, practice makes man perfect. Whenever you are going to solve repetitive problems, then the time needed to solve every next problem will be less and less. So here the same logic, x is any finite real number, and here interesting. Now in the last equation and this, the only difference is that in y, x is exactly the same. Plus plus combination was there. Now here I am having plus minus combination, and wise people must have realized that the third problem and fourth problems also. So the third problem will be minus plus and the next will be minus minus. But what is the case here? Y is equal to a times 1 minus cos t. Now see, t is any finite real number. So cos of t will be from -1 to +1. And let us multiply throughout by -1. So 1 will be greater than equal to minus cos of t will be greater than equal to -1. Therefore, -1 is less than equal to minus cos of t less than equal to +1. Adding 1 minus cos t here. So 0 less than equal to this and less than equal to 2, and a times 1 minus cos of t. This will be 0 less than equal to y less than equal to 2a. So here also the same thing is going to happen. Again, on replacing t by minus t, x equation changes in sign and y equation remains unchanged. So the curve is symmetric about y-axis. Here, quickly let us have some 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Then x will be equal to a times g. So this will be 0. Then I think cos pi is sin pi, sin 2. These are all zeros. Then this will be a pi, 2a pi, 3a pi, and accordingly you have to find y also. When t equal to 0, y will be equal to 0. Then pi. So cos pi is -1. It will be 2a. Then cos 3 pi is cos 2 pi is 1. So it will be 0 and 2a. This will repeat. About dy by dx. dy by dx will be equal to dy by dt. So this will continue. a into sine of t. Similarly, dx by dt will be a times 1 plus cos of t. Again, you can use the multiple formula and can simplify, but I am going to keep this as it is. When t is equal to 0, dy by dx is equal to 0. So we can understand curve passes through origin and tangent at origin is parallel to x-axis, like that. Then accordingly you can do for t is equal to pi, so sine pi is 0 upon 1 plus cos pi, 0 upon 0. So you will have to use this formula, L'Hospital's rule, and after that put t equal to pi, cos pi is minus 1 upon, so it will be infinity. So x equal to a pi, y equal to 2a is another point, and tangent is that line passing through that point and parallel to y-axis. As such, we may get 0 here, infinity here, you can continue, and the curve will be like this. You can see the curve. So origin and dy by dx is 0. So tangent is parallel to x-axis. The next point is x equal to a pi, y equal to 2a, dy by dx is infinity. Tangent at that point to the curve is parallel to y-axis. Next point, x equal to 2a pi, y equal to 0, dy by dx is 0. That means tangent uh, to the curve passing through that point is parallel to x-axis. This continues further to the right hand side and left hand side. The curve is symmetric about y-axis, and you can use the property of mirror image and you will be getting something like this. Problem number 3. X equal to a times t minus sin t and y is equal to a times 1 plus cos t. Again, it can be any, there is no limit on x, and y is from 0 to 2a. Again, core is symmetric of y-axis. Again, here is how to consider 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and x will be 0, then a pi, 2a pi, 3a pi, and y. T equal to 0, then y will be 2a, and then here t equal to pi, it will be 0, then 2 pi 0 dy by dx, and as such, so you can do you can find dy by dx, and the curve is going to look like this. So you can have screenshot of this. Also, yes, you can have. Then next problem, that is, trace the cycloid x equal to a times t minus sin t and y equal to a times 1 minus cos t. Again, symmetric about y-axis. We have table with values 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Value of x will be equal to 0, a pi, 2a pi, 3a pi, and values of y will be, for t equal to 0, y will be equal to 0, for t equal to pi, y will be equal to 2a, for t equal to 2 pi, y 0, then y t equal to 3 pi, y will be equal to 2a. Let us find dy by dx here. Dy by dx is equal to dy by dt by dx by dt. So dy by dt is a times, I think, okay, cos s into sin t, and divided by dx by dt. So it is a times 1 minus cos of t. So at t equal to 0, we are getting 0 by 0. If I am correct, Okay. So there was one call. Dy by dt is equal to a times 0 minus sin t, and dx by dt is equal to a times 1 minus cos of t. Yes, let us put t equal to 0. It will be 0 upon 0 form. So let us have derivative separately, and that is derivative of cos is minus sin t. So this is t equal to 0. This will be infinity. So the curve passes through origin, and the tangent to the curve at origin is parallel to y-axis. As such, t equal to pi, then dy by dx will be cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1 upon sin pi is 0. So that will be, what is happening? So we will not use that formula. We have to make use of this sin t upon 1 minus cos t formula. T equal to pi. So sin pi upon 1 minus cos pi, that will be 0. Similarly, if we put t equal to 2 pi, we will be getting infinity, and t equal to 3 pi, we are going to get dy by dx as equal to 0, and thus the curve will be like this. So 0, 0, dy by dx is infinity. That means that the curve passes through origin, and y-axis is tangent at origin. Similarly, another point is x equal to a pi, y equal to 2a, and dy by dx is 0, means tangent to the curve at that point is parallel to x-axis. Next point, x equal to 2a pi, y is equal to 0, dy by dx is infinity, tangent at that point to the curve is parallel to y-axis. And finally, x equal to 3a pi, y equal to 2a, dy by dx is equal to 0, tangent at that point to the curve is parallel to x-axis. Same continues indefinitely to the right hand side, and because of the symmetry, the same is going to happen to the left hand side also. So here let us have one more problem here, and that problem is x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. At the beginning itself, I have told you that on some occasions, if we have been given some Cartesian equation, then it becomes quite inconvenient or even impossible to make use of Cartesian properties and trace the curve accordingly. And simultaneously, instead of that, we are writing corresponding parametric equations and use the parametric properties. The things are going to be very, very easy. So here is one such example, but I am going to have answer from your side. You have to tell me what should be the equations of x and y in terms of t, so that the equation x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 must be equal to a to the power 2 by 3. So I'm waiting from you. I'm going to stop, and I'm not going to continue unless you answer. Anybody can unmute and answer now. So I'm waiting for your answer. Tell me what are those functions of t. X equal to some function of t, y as another function of t, so that x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 must be equal to a to the power 2 by 3. If you want some help, I am giving hint as x involves something cos trigonometric and y involves something sine. Any one
X
of you?
equals to a cos theta.
X equal to, can you tell your name please?
Akshaya
Your name?
Birniwale.
Okay, x equal to
A cos theta.
just wait, x equal to a into cos theta. Oh, I will say t. Okay, then y is equal to
A sin t.
a sin t. Okay, I will try. Let us hope what happens. So a cos t A into cos of t to the power 2 by 3 plus A sin t to the power 2 by 3, and that is nothing but A to the power 2 by 3 into cos t to the power 2 by 3 plus A to the power 2 by 3 into sin t to the power 2 by 3. We cannot simplify further. No.
X equal to a cos cube t.
Cos of t.
Yes. Akshaya was very close. She has given some unclear path, and using that unclear path, we are closer, we are clearer. So, what is the second? Who is the second one? Please tell your name. Please tell
Prathamesh
your name.
Pimpadkar.
Prathamesh.
Pimpadkar.
Okay.
To a sin square t.
X equal to काय cos cube t ना, बरोबर आहे?
A cos of
A
cube
cos
t.
cube t. Okay, I am writing again. X equal to a cos cube
Cos
t
cube
and y is equal to a sin cube t. So what will happen? X to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 will be equal to a cos cube t to the power 2 by 3 plus a sin cube t to the power 2 by 3, and that is a to the power 2 by 3 cos t to the power 3 to the power 2 by 3 means cos square t plus a to the power 2 by 3 into sin t to the power 3 to the power 2 by 3, that is sin square t, and a to the power 2 by 3, and inside cos square t plus sin square t, that is 1. So absolute perfectly. So here our substitution has to be a cos cube, x equal to a cos cube t and y is equal to a sin cube t. Yes, absolutely. And thus let us go toward the solution. X equal to a cos cube t and y is equal to a sin cube t. Now the next thing. Here t is any finite real number. Therefore, cos of t will be from -1 to +1. Both are included. So we have to be very specific whether less than or less than equal to is there. Cos cube t, cos cube t will be -1 lying between -1 to +1. On the contrary, cos square t is going to lie between 0 to 1. If you are asked what is the range of cos square t, that is not from 1 to 1, that will be from 0 to 1. Remember this. But the range of cos cube t will be from -1 to +1. And a times cos cube t, a is positive real number, positive finite real number, then only we can write this -a to +a, and that is nothing but x. So x is ranging from -a to +a. Similarly, on the same logic, y is also from -a to +a. Now, what about symmetry? Definitely we have converted into parametric, but nobody can restrict us from making use of the properties of the Cartesian equations, as the original equation is in Cartesian form. And one of the properties what we had seen, property number 3 in case of Cartesian, interchange x and y, and if equation remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to x. Here we are given x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. Now interchange x and y. New equation will be y to the power 2 by 3 plus x to the power 2 by 3 is equal to a to the power 2 by 3. Exactly the same, and say we can say that the curve is symmetric about the line y is equal to x. And after that, let us use again the parametric equations. Replace t by minus t. Replace t by minus t. Then the new equation will be x equal to a times cos of minus t to the power 3, and y is equal to 8 times sine of minus t to the power 3. That means x is equal to cos of minus t is cos t, so that will be a into cos cube of t, and y will be equal to a into sine of minus t is minus sine t to the power 3, that will be minus sine cube of t. So after replacing t by minus t, here x equation remains unchanged and y equation changes in sign. So the curve is symmetric about x-axis. So this was the property number 1 in case of parametric equation. Curve is symmetric about x-axis. Sorry, if I have said wrong, then let me correct that. On replacing t by minus t, x equation remains unchanged and y equation changes in sign. So the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Then property 2 and 3 are related to symmetry about the y-axis. We use property 2 when we have algebraic equations, and when we have trigonometric equations, then we are going to make use of property number 3. Property number 3 is that replace t by pi minus t. And let us see. So here x will be equal to a times cos of pi minus t bracket to the power 3, and y will be equal to a times sine of pi minus t bracket to the power 3, and let us verify. Cos of pi minus t in second quadrant, cos is negative minus. So pi is there, so cos will remain as it is, minus cos t to the power 3, and the answer is minus a cos cube t. So there is change in sign in case of the first equation. What about second? Sine of pi minus t, second quadrant, sine is positive and there is pi, so sine will remain as sine. Sine pi minus t is sine to the power 3. So equation remains as it is. So to conclude, on replacing t by pi minus t, x equation changes in sign and y equation remains unchanged. So the curve is symmetric about y-axis. So beautiful. Then I have already told you that when curve is symmetric about both the axes, then you can blindly write the curve is symmetric in opposite quadrants, or a symmetric in first and third quadrants, or symmetric about origin. So I have not written that, but you can understand here. Again, let us do some inspection so that we will be having clear idea. Before that, I am saying that this is point number 6 and I am saying point number 5 as the curve is symmetric about origin. The curve is symmetric about origin. Yes, this property is also satisfied. And what is going to be the situation here? To trace is really a skillful work, something like detective. So this is origin. Now, do you realize some value of t for which x and y both are 0? I am not able to find even one value of t for which x will be 0 and y will be 0 simultaneously. So I dare to say that curve does not pass through origin. Curve does not pass through the origin. As we had said, x lies from minus a to plus a. So let us have this line x equal to minus a and x equal to plus a. Similarly, y equal to minus a to y plus a. So this is the line y is equal to minus a. This is the line y is equal to plus a. So whatever is the curve, that curve is going to exist within this square only. No, not a single point of the curve will be lying outside this square. Okay. So this is very much clear. This much is enough for us. Let us try to put t equal to 0. When t equal to 0, x equal to a into cos cube 0. That is x equal to a. Y equal to a sine cube 0. That is y equal to 0. We have got the first point. X equal to a. This is the line x equal to a and y equal to 0. Yes. This is the point I am pointing. You can see here. I think that I will use another color so that it will be better. I am using dark red. So this is the point. Okay. X equal to a and y is equal to 0. What about dy by dx at that point? So let us find dy by dx. dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. So dy by dt is equal to a times 3 sine square t into cos of t upon dx by dt. So dx by dt will be a 3 times cos square t into minus sine of t. So we can cancel 3 into a into sine t into cos t. So some people, okay, I have omitted that below. So what is remaining? 3a sin t cos t cancels. So sin t from is remaining in numerator and minus cos of t in denominator. Okay. Now put t equal to 0, dy by dx will be minus sin 0 upon cos 0. It will be 0. That straight away means that at the point x equal to a and y equal to 0, there is tangent to the curve parallel to x axis. So the tangent will be like this. The tangent will be like this. It will be like this, like this, like this. It will be like this, like this. Shall we move further to the right hand side? Absolutely not, because we know that curve does not exist to the right of x equal to a. So it will be like this. Then let us go for next value of t. Let us say pi. So x is equal to a cos cube pi. Cos pi is -1. So x will be minus a. Please correct me whenever I am wrong. I go wrong on many occasions. Then y will be a sin cube pi. Sin pi is 0, so it will be 0. Madam, am I correct? Please correct me. Cos pi. Hope I am correct. Hurikar sir. बरोबर आहे का सर? So here t is equal to pi, cos pi is -1. Yes. Okay. Then I should take, I think, pi by 2. I should take pi by 2. Otherwise, I may be. Let us try with pi by 2. T equal to pi by 2. So cos pi by 2, cos pi 2 is 0. X will be 0. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So y is equal to a. So the next point is x equal to 0 and y is equal to a. This is the point. And what is dy by dx? Dy by dx at this point. t equal to pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is 1 upon 0, that is infinity. So dy by dx at the point x equal to 0 and y is equal to infinity. That means that there is tangent to the curve at the point 0 comma a parallel to y axis. So we'll see, you can see my cursor, and we cannot draw the curve above the line y is equal to a, so it will be like this, it will be like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, same at the other end, same at the other end, like this. Let us go for t equal to pi, cos pi is -1, so it will be minus a, and y a sine cube pi, sine pi is 0, so it will be x, and let us find dy by dx also. Dy by dx is minus sine of pi, 0 upon cos of pi -1, so it is dy by dx is equal to 0. So another point x equal to minus a, this is the line x equal to minus and y equal to 0. I have pointed that point, and then after that dy by dx is 0. That means that there is tangent to the curve at the point x equal to minus a, y equal to 0, parallel to x axis. So it will be like this, it will be like this, like this. And the same at other end also. Pi by 2. Top a, I think it will be 0 and it will be minus a here, and dy by dx will be equal to infinity. So you can verify. Then x equal to 0, y equal to minus a, this is the point, and dy by dx is infinity. There is tangent to the curve at 0 comma minus a parallel to y axis. So the curve will be coming here like this, like this, like this, and it will be completing. And this is a very famous curve, and the name of this curve is asteroid. So you can have screenshot of this. So you can have screenshot. And that's all. We have finished this. Very nice to see you people here. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. It was wonderful to be with you, connected with all FE students from FE1 to FE6 simultaneously. Please do not put your roll number in the chat box, as